Welcome back to The Explainer. So, if you're a new parent, you have probably heard two words a million times by now. Tummy time. It's everywhere, right? But figuring out how to actually do it without a few tears from both you and the baby can be tricky. Well, today we're diving into some amazing expert insights from Nicole Amber to create an easy-to-follow newborn tummy time bootcamp. Now, don't let the word bootcamp scare you. We're talking about a very gentle, structured approach specifically for that 0 to 3 month age group. We're going to break down exactly what to do, why it absolutely matters, and how to make it genuinely enjoyable for everyone.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, why tummy time matters. 2, tummy time basics. 3, essential props and toys. 4, the exercise ball trick. And 5, skin-to-skin alternatives.
All right, Section 1, why tummy time matters. Before we get into the how, we really need to establish the why. Tummy time is simply placing your baby on their stomach while they are fully awake, alert, and of course, supervised by you. But why do we insist on this when, babies so often seem to prefer just resting comfortably on their backs? Well, it comes down to something called positional plagiocephaly. I know it's a super clinical sounding term, but it represents a very real physical thing in your baby's development. It basically refers to the flat spots that can develop on an infant's head if they spend way too much time lying on their back. Because a newborn's skull is so soft and malleable, constant pressure on the back of the head can actually physically change its shape. Giving your baby time on their stomach relieves that pressure and helps maintain that perfectly rounded little head. But the benefits go so much further than just head shape.
And this brilliantly illustrates what I like to call the developmental domino effect. Tummy time is essentially a baby's very first strength training workout. Giving them that time off their back actively builds those absolutely crucial shoulder, neck, and back muscles. Once those muscles get strong, guess what? The baby can learn to roll over. Rolling over leads to the core strength they need for sitting up. Sitting up transitions perfectly right into crawling. And crawling, naturally, lays the foundation for walking. It's like a giant puzzle. If a baby spends too much time on their back, all of these really magnificent milestones can be delayed. Tummy time is literally the spark that ignites this entire chain reaction of gross motor development.
Moving right along to Section 2, tummy time basics.
When it comes to the basics, the numbers are actually incredibly reassuring. If your full-term baby has no health concerns, you can start as soon as you get home from the hospital. And listen, we aren't talking about a 30-minute workout here. Most newborns only tolerate tummy time for 1 to 3 minutes at a time, and that is perfectly fine. You just repeat this 2 to 3 times a day, taking breaks as needed. It's all about slowly increasing their endurance. As they continue to grow, the amount of time they happily spend on their stomachs is naturally going to increase.
Next up, Section 3, essential props and toys. So if your baby immediately protests the second you put them on the floor, these are your cheat codes. High contrast colors are absolute magic. You want to use black and white stripes, checkered patterns, bold reds, or bright yellows. See, to a newborn, the world is pretty blurry right now. They actually have a really hard time distinguishing between similar shades, like blue and green or red and orange. Because of that, they're naturally going to gravitate toward busy, high-contrast colors. Placing a black and white checkered book or a bright red toy right in front of them is for sure the absolute best way to grab and hold their attention while they're doing all that hard work on their tummy.
8 to 12. This number right here is a massive aha moment for so many parents. 8 to 12 inches is the exact distance an infant can actually focus their vision. Because of this, the absolute most valuable, captivating, and totally free prop you have in your house is yourself. Your baby is drawn to your face more than anything else in the world. So get right down there on the floor with them, put your face 8 to 12 inches away, and engage.
Physical support is absolutely key too. Now, a Bobby pillow offers wonderful support by propping the baby's chest up slightly, but, and this is great news, a simple rolled up towel or just a soft blanket folded into a crescent shape serves the exact same function. You can easily facilitate highly successful tummy time using everyday items right out of your linen closet. It instantly relieves the pressure to go out and buy expensive, fancy baby gear.
Okay, let's level up. Section 4. The exercise ball trick.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the science behind it. If you're ready to try an advanced move, a large exercise ball is a total game changer. Placing a baby belly down on the ball actively stimulates 2 major internal sensory systems. First, the vestibular system, which processes motion and equilibrium. Second, the proprioceptive system, which is responsible for processing muscle tension and knowing where the body is in space.
By doing this, you're giving their brain a massive, highly beneficial influx of sensory data.
The key word here is gentle. While you're holding your baby super securely, use slow back and forth rocking, or a very slight, gentle bounce. These subtle movements gently wake up those sensory systems while also having a deeply calming effect. It kind of makes tummy time feel like a fun ride rather than a frustrating chore. And honestly, this often significantly increases the amount of time the baby is actually interested in doing the activity.
And finally, Section 5, Skin-to-Skin Alternatives. Look, if your baby still really struggles with floor time, do not worry. Simply sit back on a comfortable couch or lean against your headboard in bed and place your child skin-to-skin directly on your chest at a slight recline. Babies absolutely love skin-to-skin contact. It just naturally calms their nervous system. Plus, if you think back to that 8 to 12-inch vision rule we talked about, your highly motivating, comforting face is right there, directly in their line of sight.
So, the crucial point is understanding exactly why this works so well. Reclining means the baby doesn't have to fight the full, harsh force of gravity right away. Gravity is basically nature's toughest workout opponent, right? The incline makes lifting their head just a bit easier, but they're still putting in the effort and getting a really good muscular workout. Then, as their strength increases over the weeks, you simply slide down further and further until you're lying completely flat, and they are doing the exact same amount of work they would be doing down on the floor.
Which brings us to the end of our boot camp explainer. So, I have to ask, how will you make your baby's next tummy time an adventure? You know the vital importance of it now. You know about the small time commitments, the high contrast visual tricks, the exercise ball magic, and the skin-to-skin reclining hacks. You literally have everything you need to transform what can sometimes be a stressful chore into a really fun developmental bonding experience. Thank you so much for joining me on the explainer today, and hey, happy tummy time!